Maybe the murderer has suffered more. Hi, I'm Kian and this is Every Film's Made Twice. I am Iranian and like talking about movies. In this video I wanna talk about Mess. Mess is a rare kind of movie that I thought has been extinct for so long. Limited space, brilliant acting of four main characters, powerful dialogues, intensive feelings and professional expressions of those feelings and also tragic story are all engaging your mind totally. As film progresses you find a new bit of puzzle which can be placed beside previous ones and completes the whole story. The school mass shooting is a pivotal subject that Mess wants to depict, a devastating occurrence which is able to ruin the victim's family over years in a way the mother, Gail, can't relate to others properly, the sister, Gail's daughter, can't sleep at night easily, and the father, Jay, although he's trying hard, can't fix annoying situations surrounding his family. However, we saw this sadness in similar movies, but Mess has a major difference. It shows us the perpetrator's family's sadness and sorrow. This point makes Mess distinguished elegant movie. Have you ever thought about insulting, humiliating, unfair and threatening allegations attributed to criminals' family? It's almost impossible to clarify this triple occurrence without explicit hints to sociopolitical context from which this violence has arisen, such as gun policies, powerful lobbyist benefits, distracting psychological issues of those want to cover in corrupt gun policies. But Mess has done it without paying enough attention to these points. Just in one scene we see Jay arguing Richard about politics that is rejected definitely by Gail. It's a clever decision made by director Frank Kranz because every tiny hint to politics can downplay drama. Movie is looking for drama, presenting miserable situation of victim and perpetrators' families, and that isn't achieved by political arguments. The ultimate purpose of teenage killer Hayden remained unknown. He was psychic, obsessional, fearful, or as his father says was in pain, or maybe and in a metaphysical manner as Jay implies implicitly was evil isn't clear. His parents Linda and Richard seem responsible and serious for their kids. Why that kid committed murder? Nobody knows. And that doesn't make any change. They've gone and we've been left with our grief. But still there's a light at the end of the tunnel, the light that is turned on by Gail through forgiveness. Gail forgives Linda and Richard for raising her son's murderer, and also forgives Hayden, the murderer, because she believes that he was lost. Maybe the best reason for Hayden to commit this triple action is what Gail said. He was lost. My tears flowed down my face in at least two simple and intensive dialogues I heard. Most notably both of them said by Gail, the victim's mother. At first when Jay was talking about not suing Linda and Richard, and he doesn't want anything to be provided by them, Gail interrupted his words and in a subtle and pathetic tone of voice said disappointed, "We want Evan back." And second when Gail told the memory of Evan at the request of Linda, perpetrator's mother, then started expressing her feelings so deeply, so sad. She sighed several times and in the answer of Linda's comment, "Let him rest," with crying said, "But I still miss him." Choosing the location of Episcopalian Church both conveys a sense of redemption, catharsis and some sort of relief, and also guides the characters toward honesty and fairness through their conversations. "Jesus is watching us," said Jay while entering the room, a person who in his word isn't religious. At the end he is the one who listened enthusiastically to rehearsal practice upstairs in the nave of the church. That makes him cry. A religious song practice is a famous beautiful hymn starts with this phrase, "Blessed be the tie that binds our hearts in Christian love," and has a remarkable and related part promising us to see the dead ones again, which is Gail is waiting for and needs. And that promising part is, when we asunder part, it gives us inward pain, but we shall still be joined in heart, and hope to meet again. Conclusion. Wasn't it a promotion for Episcopalian Church?